The hospital was quiet that night. The kind of quiet that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath. In the dim light of the nursery, a tiny baby lay wrapped in a thin blanket, left alone in a bassinet by the door. No note, no name. Just a child who had been abandoned by someone too scared or too broken to stay. The nurse on duty that night, a woman with a heart too big to ignore the pain around her, found the baby during her rounds. She picked up the child, feeling the weight of its small body against her chest, and something inside her shifted. She couldn't explain it, but she knew she couldn't let this baby go into the system, into a world of uncertainty. That night, she made a decision, one that would change her life forever. She took the baby home. It wasn't legal, and she knew that. But the thought of handing the child over to strangers, of not knowing if it would be loved or cared for, was too much to bear. She told herself it was just temporary, that she would figure something out. But days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The baby became a part of her life, a part of her heart. She named her Emily, after her own grandmother, and raised her as her own. She quit her job at the hospital, moved to a new town, and started over. No one asked questions, and she never offered answers. For 20 years, the secret stayed buried. Emily grew up happy, loved, and completely unaware of the truth. She had her mother's smile, her laugh, and her kind heart. But as she got older, she started to notice little things, the way her mother would tense up whenever someone asked about her father, the way she avoided talking about her own childhood. Emily didn't push, but the questions lingered in the back of her mind. Then, on her 20th birthday, everything changed. Her mother sat her down, her hands shaking, and told her the truth. "I'm not your birth mother," she said, her voice breaking. "I found you in the hospital, abandoned. I couldn't leave you there. I'm so sorry." Emily was stunned. Her whole life felt like a lie. She didn't know how to feel angry, betrayed, or just confused. But as she looked at the woman who had raised her, who had loved her unconditionally, she realized something. It didn't matter where she came from. What mattered was the life she had been given, the love she had been shown. She hugged her mother tightly, tears streaming down both their faces. "You're my mom," she whispered. "That's all that matters." But the story didn't end there. Emily wanted answers. She needed to know where she came from, who had left her in that hospital all those years ago. With her mother's support, she began to search for the truth. It wasn't easy, and there were moments when she wanted to give up. But then, one day, she got a call. A woman, frail and trembling, had come forward. She was Emily's birth mother. She had been young and scared, with no one to turn to. She had thought about Emily every day, wondering if she was safe, if she was loved. When she saw Emily's face, she broke down. "I'm so sorry," she cried. "I just wanted you to have a better life." Emily forgave her. She didn't know if she could ever fully understand, but she knew that holding on to anger would only hurt her more. She had two mothers now, one who had given her life, and one who had given her love. And in the end, that was enough. The truth had come out, but it didn't break them. It made them stronger. Together, they moved forward, a family bound not by blood, but by something even deeper, a love that had endured through secrets, lies, and the passage of time.